Are you giving 100% at work, on your job, career? We're going to talk about it next. Hello, everybody. My name's John Dornoff. It is a dawn of a better life for you, your career, and your business. Are you looking to grow in any of those areas? Well, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications, because that is what we talk about. On Mondays, we talk about personal growth. On Wednesdays, we talk about career growth. And on Fridays, we talk about business growth. Today, we're talking about giving 100% at work. What do I mean? Well, there's so many people out there who really don't give 100%. Last week, we talked about the social butterfly. The person who always has to sit there and be talking instead of getting their work done. They're not giving 100%. But oftentimes, especially when we're not in the environment we want to be in, we don't always give 100%. We do the bare minimum to get the job done. But the one thing we must remember is that just because things are not good right now doesn't mean, maybe you have a bad manager. If you're like most places, a manager could be gone into, next week. Or maybe it's the company. If it's something you can control, then it's up to you to change it. If it's something you can control, and if it's company culture, maybe you need to look at someplace else. But let's look at why do you want to give 100%? Because your performance at your job, whether the job is bad, whether your company's bad or what, your job, the job you do, is reflective on who you are as a person. You want to do a good job. Forget about, everybody else. Just make sure that you're giving your all. Because guess what? As I've said before, there can be people out there that are watching you. You don't even know it. Let me give you an example. I was working for a company, and it was a large electronics retailer like Best Buy that's no longer in business. And I've mentioned before where I was in an environment where the only people who got promoted were the smoking brigade. The people went out and smoked together with the manager. Well, in this case, somebody got promoted. Well, yes, this person was part of the smoking brigade. Well, one day, we got a call about a delivery. Delivery of large appliances. The problem was that the person who was made manager sold the product, promised delivery, didn't pay attention that where this person lived, which was about 60, 70 miles away, it was different days that the company would deliver to that area. So he was expecting to get delivery because he had people moving into the house, and yet it was a washer and dryer, and they weren't there. Now the person in charge of, who cares? Or actually, he wasn't even there that day. So what I did was since I had a truck, I took the appliances, put them in my truck, and I delivered them personally. That was good customer service. Now, did I get recognized for that? No, my boss basically, well, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just told them it would be delivered another day. But I gave my 100%. It may not have been recognized by them, but one of the corporate people heard about it. And eventually, I got moved to a different location, promoted, and things went well. So sometimes things can happen, and people are paying attention to you that you don't even know. So you got to make sure to be giving that 100%. One of the things I always do, always been belief in, um, is always under promising and over performing. Let me give you an example. Say I'm asked that I need to get something done by this day, or somebody asked me to get something done, and they say, when can you get it done? Well, I know I can get it done on by Thursday, but I tell them I'll get it done on Friday. Why? Number one, when I do have it done on Thursday and get it in their hands, they're impressed because it got done early. They're happy about that. But the other thing, things can happen that are totally out of your control. Say, so, you might get delayed doing that project. If you promised it by Thursday at noon, but something happens and you can't deliver it by Friday at noon, say a computer breaks or, just for example, well, then you look bad because you overpromised and under-delivered. So remember, always be giving your 100%, always under promise and overperform. You may not get the instant recognition you would like, but in the long run, not only are you going to feel better about the performance you're giving, it will work out for the long run because there is going to be people out there observing you that you don't know about and see the performance you give. So always give that 100% and under promise and overperform. And we'll see you next time.